On January 17, 1961, just 3 days before leaving office, United States President Dwight D. Eisenhower delivered a farewell address that would become one of the most important political warnings in modern history. Eisenhower was not a politician by background. He was a five-star general who had commanded Allied forces during World War II. He had seen total war, industrial mobilization, and the destructive power of modern weapons firsthand. In his final speech to the American people, he spoke calmly, but his message was deeply unsettling. For the first time, a sitting president warned that a permanent arms industry, combined with political influence, posed a serious danger to democracy itself. He called this force the military-industrial complex. Eisenhower explained that before World War II, the United States had no large-standing arms industry. War production expanded only during emergencies and then receded. But the Cold War had changed everything. Now, the nation maintained massive military forces, global bases, and continuous weapons production even in peacetime. He warned that this system created powerful economic interests whose survival depended on constant military spending and perceived threats. Eisenhower did not argue against national defense. Instead, he warned against unchecked influence, where policy decisions could be driven by profit, fear, or political pressure rather than genuine security needs. He cautioned that scientific research, universities, and government institutions were becoming financially dependent on military contracts, quietly shaping priorities and limiting independent thought. Most strikingly, he warned future generations to remain alert and informed, because once power concentrates, it rarely gives itself up voluntarily. At the time, many dismissed the speech as symbolic. The Cold War continued, defense budgets expanded, conflicts followed in Vietnam, the Middle East, and beyond. Decades later, Eisenhower's warning is frequently cited whenever nations debate arms spending, foreign interventions, or the influence of defense corporations on politics. His words proved prophetic not because war disappeared, but because it became institutionalized. January 17, 1961, reminds the world that the greatest threats to freedom do not always arrive suddenly or violently. Sometimes they grow quietly, protected by necessity, justified by fear, and normalized over time. Eisenhower left office that day, but his warning did not expire with his presidency. It was meant for the future. Why do we learn history every day? Because power systems are built slowly, not overnight. They often appear normal by the time they become dangerous. Understanding their origins allows the present generation to question authority, resist blind obedience, and recognize warning signs before harm is locked in. When history is ignored, future generations inherit consequences they did not choose and may not be able to undo. That is why awareness today becomes protection tomorrow. History is not old. History is living inside us. One day, one event, one lesson. Mr. Feedy.